What's up Wargamers, it's Luke from Basilisk Wargaming. We're going to take a look at the Army Painter wet palette 365 days after purchase. So on the 25th of April 2020 I picked up the Army Painter wet palette. If you haven't seen the unboxing video we did then click in the top right hand corner to take a look at that video. As you can see, the palette is still in pretty good condition. I wanted to revisit the palette to see what it was like after a year. You see a lot of people reviewing products when they're brand spanking new, but I'm really interested, will these things hold up? So firstly we'll just take a look at the actual connecting band. It's still stretchy, still looks in good order, not diminishing at all. The outside of the palette is in good order as well. The inside I've used as a dry palette. I did say in the unboxing video that I'll probably do that, and you could probably scrub a lot of this paint off, but I think you'd probably damage the actual shiny surface. So inside the wet palette itself is this built-in brush holder. I'll be honest, I don't actually use this for my brushes because my brushes do rattle around quite a lot. You can see I've used it as a bit of a dry palette on the back, but apart from that it's just part of the palette which I just use to keep my, my microfiber cloth in. So onto the main palette, you can see the sheet here that I was using from Monday, so I'm recording this video on Thursday night, so I'm just going to take off this old sheet. The sponge underneath is still pretty good to go. I mean, it could probably do with sort of re-moistening, but apart from that you can see it's not ripped, it's not torn, it's got a few little stains and stuff from paint on. But this is the original sponge from the original kit I purchased, and I've had this in here literally a year to date, so it's still in pretty good order. I think the one thing I will say about this palette, and I did mention it at the beginning in my unboxing video, is it is a bit small. You can see I've still got the spare sponge for it here, so that's just to show you it's the original sponge that came with the pack. But I am on my second packet of these, I think they call them hydro sheets on the box, but effectively they're like parchment sheets. I mean, you can see they fit perfectly into the actual palette itself. What I normally do is I sort of reseat the sponge, and then normally I trim about 2 or 3 centimeters just off of one edge, just so that it's got easier to fit it into the actual palette. But just for this example, I'm just showing you how to just fit the standard sheet into the palette. As I mentioned, I don't use the actual brush holder itself, but just to give you an idea that it will work, this is just a standard brush which I use for dry brushing, which is a bit too big, but it will take these sort of larger kind of triangular brushes, only in this last slot by the looks of things, and then it will also take normal brushes like a Rosemary & Co, for example, and this is just a standard detail hobby brush. They are a bit rattly in there, so if you're going to take them anywhere you might want to put something over the top like this cloth that I use for painting, and the cover still goes on with all that stuff inside. Thanks for tuning in to this revisit of the Army Painter wet palette. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like, share and subscribe button. It will really help us grow the channel. Cheers guys!